And to get you the latest on the ongoing Iran-Israel conflict, I'm joined by India Correspondent Akshay Dongre. Akshay, the European leaders are pushing for Iran's return to negotiations, and on the other hand, Trump has also added a timeline, keeping others guessing. But is this in any way leading to any sort of de-escalation hints at the current moment?
Well, from the US side, yes, but as far as the overall conflict is concerned, then no, because US we had come to a point where the world was expecting an imminent attack, an operation involvement by the US forces. There were reports coming in that several tankers, aerial refueling tankers of the US Air Force are moving towards the West Asian region. So that was a key point of concern because, the moment US gets into it, it becomes blown to another level altogether. Then you can expect Russia to also, in a bit, indirectly support Iran. Other countries getting in this entire conflict and leading to a much wider conflict in the West Asian region that would have destabilized it, to a point of no return. So as far as de-escalation between Israel and Iran are concerned, there is no sign yet. There is no conversation, no dialogue that's taking place as far as the two adversaries are concerned. They are exchanging now missiles at each other. We have seen Iran has used its own intermediate range ballistic missile, Sejil, that has about a range of 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers, has a payload capacity of about 5,000 to 1,000 kilograms, which means that the kind of weapons now that are being used are not only small drones or small missiles, they are now IRBMs, it can also escalate to ICBMs, that are intercontinental ballistic missiles, which means that these missiles being used, these missiles can also carry nuclear warhead. They can carry conventional warhead as well. But usage of these missiles and striking these missiles on enemy target means that you can also use these for nuclear retaliation if you have the capability. So that can further escalate the crisis. So. As of now, no de-escalation, hints coming in from Israel or Iran. But when it comes to the US, the US president has said that he requires or that he will take about 2 weeks to make a decision. Now, that is much better than the kind of hurry that we were seeing from the US leadership, where where US tone was also quite aggressive when it comes to Iranian nuclear program. But it seems that better sense has prevailed, especially in the White House. And, the entire conflict and getting into the conflict has been pushed to about 2 weeks from now. But we'll remain, we'll keep on watching the developments to ensure that, no sudden change comes to the decision of the US president. Because from what we have seen during his first term or the term so far, of Donald Trump, is that decisions can be changed at any point of time, like the one has changed right now. It can also go into a reversal. So that remains a key concern.
And as you said, that US is also trying to bring Iran on the table for negotiations. But at the same time, Akshay, offensives from both the sides continue to happen. And evacuation processes are also on by various other countries. What is the latest that you can tell us on evacuation so far?
Well, when it comes to India, we have evacuated successfully about 110 students through the Armenian border. The other evacuation program, plan that has been planned for future is from Turkmenistan border. So for India, evacuations are on, but other countries are also evacuating their citizens. Some are evacuating them from the Armenian border, some from Azerbaijani border, some from Turkish border as well. So wherever people can, get their people to leave from and safely evacuate from, they are trying to do that. But it remains a very, very critical task because the situation is not normal on the ground. So evacuations are happening. But they were happening at a much faster pace 2 to 3 days back because the situation seemed to be going towards the direction of an imminent all-out war, which would have been destructive for the people. But now, as slightly de-escalation is happening and most of the attacks are targeted at military targets, many of the people are moving towards other parts of the country, but not leaving the country altogether. So evacuation have been slowed down slightly. But if there are the threats rise, then people can be evacuated sooner and at a much faster pace, especially when it comes to countries like India that have history of evacuating people, not only of their country but other countries as well, from these kind of conflict zones, because not everyone has the capacity or the capability. So that continues. Evacuations continue, but at a slightly slower pace now. But we'll keep on monitoring the situation to see, and the government is also doing that to ensure that if the need arises, these evacuations can be fast tracked. Back to you, Deepika.
All right, thank you so much, Akshay, for joining us and bringing us the latest on the Iran-Israel ongoing conflict.